Imagine waking up one morning feeling like the universe just handed you an invisible golden crown labeled total freedom, meaning you can do whatever you want, eat cookies for breakfast, dress your dog like a pirate, speak only in song, and ride a skateboard through the living room like a superhero on wheels. At first, it feels incredible, like life has turned into a never-ending birthday party with unlimited balloons, sprinkles, and absolutely zero bedtime. But then your brain, being the sneaky philosopher it secretly is, whispers a curious question: is doing whatever you want always okay? To explore this, let's take a field trip mentally, not physically, to a world where everyone follows only one rule: me first. You want to blast music at 3 a.m. because you suddenly discovered your passion for yodeling? Great, until your neighbors start yodeling back, and pretty soon the entire town sounds like a herd of confused mountain goats echoing through the night. Or maybe you decide to stop flushing the toilet because it's too much effort, and at first it seems harmless until everyone else does it too, and suddenly bathrooms everywhere become terrifying science experiments that could probably grow new life forms. This imaginary world teaches us something important. Freedom without responsibility doesn't create happiness, it creates chaos, stinkiness, and possibly a yodeling civil war. So philosophers ask a deeper question: what does freedom actually mean? Some people think freedom means nobody can tell me what to do, which sounds exciting, like a rebel riding into the sunset on a llama, but real freedom, grown up, society building, planet-saving freedom is more complicated. Because humans don't live alone on deserted islands eating coconuts and talking to volleyballs, we live together in neighborhoods, schools, families, cities, and communities where our choices bump into other people's lives like grocery carts stuck in traffic. That means your freedom and someone else's freedom sometimes share the same space, like two goldfish trying to swim in a tiny bowl. For example, you're free to swing your arms wildly like an inflatable tube man, but if your swinging accidentally punches someone holding hot soup, suddenly freedom doesn't feel so freeing anymore. So responsibility steps in, not like a strict principal waving a giant rulebook, but more like a wise friend gently asking, "Hey, have you thought about what might happen next?" Responsibility doesn't cancel freedom, it protects it. Think about driving a car. If everyone ignored stop signs because freedom, the roads would instantly turn into a bumper car amusement park of doom, with insurance companies crying quietly in the corner. But because people agree to follow rules, everyone gets the freedom to arrive safely where they want to go. So responsibility is like the seatbelt of freedom, sometimes annoying, but very good at preventing disasters. Here's another example. You're free to eat 27 donuts in one sitting, but your stomach, your dentist, and possibly the laws of gravity might disagree. Responsible freedom says, sure, enjoy donuts, but maybe also vegetables, water, and a brief moment of self-respect. And before you start thinking responsibility ruins everything fun, consider this: sharing toys, returning borrowed pencils, saying thank you, being gentle with pets, recycling, helping younger siblings, and listening when someone else talks. These aren't limits. They're superpowers that make life better for everyone, including you. Because freedom isn't just about wants, it's also about impact. So philosophers ask powerful questions like, would my choice hurt someone else's freedom? Would the world fall apart if everyone acted like this? Am I choosing what's easy instead of what's kind? Do I want to live in the world this action creates? And here's the plot twist: sometimes limits actually increase freedom. Traffic lights let everyone travel faster. School rules help everyone learn instead of getting bonked by flying glue sticks. Library quietness lets everyone read instead of listening to someone loudly explain their pet hamster's daily schedule. So freedom isn't the ability to do anything, it's the ability to choose wisely. Now picture a world where every single person thinks about responsibility not out of fear, but out of care, like superheroes whose capes are made of empathy instead of polyester. People would clean up after themselves, use kind words, drive safely, return shopping carts, respect differences, keep promises, apologize sincerely. And suddenly society wouldn't feel like a crowded elevator anymore, it would feel like a well-rehearsed dance. And here comes the final philosophical surprise. Responsibility doesn't make you less free, it makes you trustworthy, respected, and powerful. Because the most impressive kind of freedom isn't breaking rules, it's choosing not to, even when you could. So the next time you feel like throwing a water balloon indoors, yelling just because you're bored, ignoring chores, or blaming your little brother for the cookie you definitely ate, pause for one tiny moment and ask, is this the kind of world I want to help build? Because you're not just living in the world, you're shaping it, influencing it, nudging it, designing it one tiny choice at a time. And that, young philosopher, is what makes your freedom extraordinary. So go enjoy your freedom, but drive it responsibly, like a wise, thoughtful, apple brain-powered human being, not like a raccoon with a shopping cart.